interact later.
No doubt, no doubt.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah. Big K-Dawg, man. So this week, the IWC is buzzing because WWE had a long anticipated, hotly debated PLE, Survivor Series, War Games. And I put up a video on the channel, did a quick review of Survivor Series War Games, kind of went over some highlights. Shout out to y'all who watched that video. We're just getting content on the channel. We're working hard. Shout out to all those who are newly subscribed to K-Dawg. We're growing in our subscribers, man. It's popping.
Yeah.
So shout out to y'all who are following the content, rocking with us. Appreciate that. But Survivor Series War Games, man, do you think all the flack is warranted?
Define what you mean. Be more specific.
Yeah, a lot of people on the IWC are saying it was a trash PLE. They're giving the overall PLE a bad rating. And I, for one, just my opinion, I don't think it was as bad as many are saying it is. I think it had some bad moments. Overall, I wouldn't rate it a high rating, but I wouldn't say it was trash.
So here's kind of what we talked about this on the preview show, and I think what's happening here is people are trying to compare it to Blood and Guts.
100%.
And if you try to compare War Games to Blood and Guts, you're going to be disappointed. If you're trying to compare War Games to the original iteration in the 80s from WCW, you're going to be disappointed. It's not that kind of a program anymore. WWE has stated time and time again, this is a family-friendly show, and they are going to produce content that is family-friendly, one, to appease the ownership and sponsors. If you're looking for anything else, you're going to continue to be disappointed because you're asking a fish to climb a tree.
Wow, that's a great analogy.
And you're just going to forever be disappointed because it's never going to happen.
Dang. But you make a great point, man. That analogy is spot on. I realized when I started watching Survivor Series, and of course, the women's match, it looked to me for just a second. You know how you have a glimpse for a second where it's like almost like you see behind reality? I had this moment, right? It looked almost like an anime. I looked at it and I thought to myself, I said, this is like watching a cartoon. And it was like the heavens opened and I had an epiphany. I'm like, this is not what I want it to be. What, to your point, I'm comparing it to. It needs to stand on its own. That it may not be the product that I'm like, oh man, I want to see the ladies do this or do that. But what they're doing, is it bad? I don't think that's the metric we can judge anymore. I think what we can look at is say, does it cater to me or not?
Yeah. I think the problem that most people has is exactly what you said. They're looking at it with what they want it to be instead of looking at it for what it is. If you look at it for what it is, it was not a bad match, a bad PLE. It was a decent PLE. There was a lot of good points in there. There was a lot of, like you said, there were some moments where you're like, I don't know. But there was a lot of really good moments. Listen, the moment where Io Sky slipped and then followed through and did a dive instead of like a jump off the ropes, that was great.
Oh, yeah.
Most people would have stopped and stood there.
Facts.
I mean, there was a moment, I forget who it was, but that happened. They slipped, and then they were like, uh-oh, and then they just did what they were trying to do over again. Instead of just moving on and doing something else, they're like, oh, no, I messed up. I got to do that spot. And I think that is okay. I mean, the thing that I like the most is they're slowly starting to rely on the younger people more and more.
Most definitely.
And when you do that, you're going to have some issues to begin with. You got to let them learn. You got to let them get their feet underneath them. It doesn't matter what it is. Just like when rookies come up to the major leagues in baseball or rookies get drafted in the NFL, quarterbacks, nobody says rookie quarterbacks are good.
Yeah.
They got to learn. So Same thing in wrestling. When you move up to the main roster into the main event level, you're going against seasoned veterans. Some people like Becky Lynch got 20 years in the game.
You wouldn't know that.
well, yeah, but you know, you got to play at that level.
Yeah.
And so it's most people can't do that right off the rip.
Mm-hmm.
They got to have some time in that spotlight. They got to feel the weight of that spotlight.
Yes.
And be able to then adjust to it and play their game. So I think, like you said, I think it was good for what it was. I just think that most people, including myself, I caught myself doing it from time to time, going, man, this looks trash compared to Blood and Guts.
Ooh. Yeah.
And then I had to catch myself. I was like, well, it's never going to be that. If I'm waiting for this to be that, I'm going to continually be disappointed.
Yeah. Now, going back to our preview show, we called the spot. You already knew Io Sky was going to get in the trash can and dive off the cage because it was such a big moment the last time. It was spontaneous.
Yeah.
And now, of course, WWE says, let's create that magic again. WWE, we've said it time and time again, y'all. They want to make moments. They're about making social media. They're about making highlights. They're about putting a video reel together, if you will, to show investors, to show people, to get excited about the product. It is what it is. We call the spot because you had to neutralize Nia and Lash Legend, and that was really the way to do it. My problem with that spot was, of course, Io gets up there, trash can over. Next thing you know, everybody goes, whoa. And you're like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You're phoning it in.
Yeah.
I don't know you could have done anything different, really, to be honest.
Here's the thing. If you watch all the top rope spots and all the ring to the outside spots, everyone does that. They all stand there and reach up like they're going to catch him. And the ones that get me is when they're like stumbling around and they're like,
yeah. Yeah. There's like four of them in a circle and they're all like,
they're all like stumbling, but yet they're all looking to see when that person's going to jump.
Yeah.
Like that's the comical part to me. Like,
yeah,
if you're going to sell it, sell it. If you're going to be hurt. Take another bump, you know. But I'm not out there taking bumps. So what can I say?
That's real. I feel like WWE is playing it safe, and I don't blame them. When you got Rhea Ripley's nose busted, Jade had her doggone face slashed open. Nia Jax, you get in the match with her, anything can happen. Liv Morgan, I think she was filming. She wasn't technically injured per se. Seth Rollins, you got.
Oh no, her shoulder was legit injured.
Oh, was she really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they had to reset like her shoulder later that night, like in the back. They had to relocate it.
Oh, so yeah, Liv Morgan, Seth Rollins. You put all this together and you got top shelf stars with major storylines hurt. I don't blame them for playing it safe.
Well, here's the thing. So everyone complains about AEW getting hurt a lot, the guys. But AEW compared to WWE has a massively bloated roster.
Yeah.
So if somebody goes down, it's no big deal.
Hey.
Move that piece out of the way, put a new piece in place, let's go.
Hey, yo. But to your point, you're right. I mean, right now, Darby Allin, they just had footage of him in the hospital. Under observation, of course.
Sure.
But dude's on concussion protocol, you can obviously tell. And
I don't know when that dude's not on concussion protocol.
You are not lying. I'm concerned for that kid, for real. But you got that. And like you said, you can say, oh, you know what? Darby Allin, who else can we throw in there? They got all kind of people.
Yeah.
Who could, fill that spot.
Exactly.
For WWE, you make a storyline around a certain character that fits exactly.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. When you have super in-depth storylines like WWE does, not saying that they're like New York Times best-selling storylines, but compared to the storylines in AEW, they're a lot more intricate. And built around specific characters.
Yes.
And so that's the thing about WWE is they have to wrestle a specific way so that they have less injury opportunities and they can make more shows and more events. That was Vince's thing is you always have to be here.
No doubt.
You have to be here, 280, 300 days a year. So you can't be hurt. So they limited what people could do to limit that option so that people could wrestle more. Look at what Daniel Bryan and Mike Mizanin got in an argument over that.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan said, you wrestle safe.
Yeah.
You don't take chances. And he's like, you're right. I don't. And I'm here every week on every show doing everything possible.
And every press event, every single thing.
He's everywhere.
And
say what you want about the guy, but he's there for the company. They know that they can rely on him. They know that they can put him in any situation and he's going to come out shining.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing is that's what they want. They don't want, unfortunately, they don't want irreplaceableness.
100%.
They want you to be available 100% of the time. Whenever they call your number, they want you there waiting.
No doubt. You make a great point, Big K-Dawg, and I think that's a great segue.
I know I
into
do.
Bayley's critique on talent and their presence or their absence, as it were, on the 6 Feet Under podcast. We talked about this offline. She had some things to say about talent leaving early. She mentioned Seth Rollins being one of those who would watch. Well, I'm sorry, not Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Okay, cool.
Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, John Cena. She mentioned John Cena, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns a few times each.
Yeah.
She said that they were there before the show started and all the way till it ended. And most of the time they were in Gorilla.
Yeah.
And they were complimenting people when they came from their matches.
Oh, yeah.
And people would ask, hey, what'd you think? And then when they went out for the main event, people were leaving.
Different locker room.
Yeah.
Different time.
That's where I think the new breed of wrestler is missing the locker room leader type. You can say what you want, but Undertaker held everybody to a certain standard.
Absolutely.
You're going to be professional. You can say the old school way, whatever you want to say. However, he made sure everybody was at a professional level.
Absolutely.
There was actually a promo. I don't know if you remember this or not. And I don't know how real it was or if it was just something that they were doing. But Carlito was leaving the show and Ric Flair jumped his stuff.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It was a promo, I'm pretty sure. But he's like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I'm done with my match. I'm going home. And he's like, you don't know, you're an idiot. You got a 16-time world heavyweight champion that's going to wrestle and you're leaving now. You're going to miss that. You don't even know what you don't know.
Woo.
He just started going off on him. And I think that's the point that Bayley was trying to make is if you pay attention to who's consistently in the main event, it's the people who are there early and stay late and they watch the product and they try to learn anything they can. They listen to what everyone's saying and they try to learn everything they can about the business so that they can be as valuable to the business as possible.
Well, yeah, there's been a lot of rumblings. Like, I remember when AEW really first kicked off, you had veterans like Arn Anderson back there, Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard were hanging around AEW, whatnot. And it was said of Adam Page that he basically said, I don't need to hear anything from veterans. I don't know how substantiated that is. But there was that. There was AEW locker room where guys were saying, you got guys playing video games, you got guys doing other stuff. Conan actually talked about this early on with AEW and said, look, if it was me, if it was AAA, I'd say knock that crap off. Let's get professional. You're here to do a job. We're not goofing around playing video games and on our Twitter and all that foolishness. And I'm going to forget who said it. There was a talent who said that a lot of guys were more concerned about their Twitter and their feedback than they were about listening to the crowd, paying attention to the craft.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, again, new era, different day and age.
That was a point that Bayley made.
Yeah.
She said that's what John Cena would do, is be sitting in the back at Gorilla, watching the matches and learning what the crowd was reacting to, so that when he went out to his match, he could play into those things.
Oh, yeah. And I think a lot of that's lost. You can tell who knows how to work it. You can tell, I like to think about Rusev. Whenever I think of this, I think of Rusev. And I remember when Rusev first really came out on main roster, and they were trying to showcase him as this monster. And of course, he was going to decimate you. And
the super athlete.
Oh, yeah. And I looked, and you can tell, you look into the eyes, and he's on the camera, and you can tell the point in the beginning where Rusev was trying to look it versus when he clicked and he had been working it and listening to the crowd, paying attention, where he really became Rusev. And there's a lot of guys and girls like that. You can tell, man. They're faking the funk. And then next thing you know, you're like, okay, kid, the lights came on tonight. But for a while, they're not on.
Yeah.
And that's what they need to be watching.
Well, and I think that's the thing where, are you living your gimmick or are you playing your gimmick? We've talked about this a lot too. If you don't believe in the character that you're playing and it's not a part of you, it's going to look phoned in.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to look unreal.
Oh, yeah.
But when the character, like everyone, like you listen to all the people who are like super big superstars, like mega stars, the top tier of the top tier, they all say, when I found out who I was and I turned the volume up, that's when I started succeeding.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's the problem, is these kids are trying to be what they think people want them to be instead of being themselves.
Well,
Case in point, Kalani Jordan. That is the most unbelievable thing I have ever seen in professional wrestling. Eugene was more believable than her.
Oh, Kalani
Doink
Jordan.
the Clown was more believable than Kalani Jordan.
Kalani Jordan, baby.
Isaac P. Yankum was more believable than Kalani Jordan. The Brooklyn Brawler was more believable than Kalani Jordan. Aliens are more believable than Kalani Jordan. Flat Earth is more believable than Kalani Jordan.
Oh, gosh. Oh, Kalani Jordan.
Chemtrails are more believable than Kalani Jordan.
Oh, Kalani Jordan. God help her. God help her. She's a sweet baby. As the old timer you just say, "Po baby, po baby."
Well, that's again, you can tell that the thing that she's trying to do, she's not comfortable doing.
No.
And like, it's so forced that even like, and you said this too, like, I think the thing that the WWE is doing now is they don't care that it's not a boo because they're the bad guy.
Yep.
It's a boo because they hate the character that's in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
That's Kalani Jordan. They literally were chanting "You suck" on the promo on Tuesday night when all the women are standing in the ring and Kalani Jordan started talking. The whole crowd started chanting "You suck."
And you can't turn her heel to get heat, because it's not heel heat.
No, it's hate heat.
It's not heel heat. I mean, I think the best thing they could honestly do with her is not babyface. It's not necessarily turning her to a nasty heel. You mentioned it. They've got to make it to where she basically gets a sympathy vote and has to rise up from the ashes. She really needs to be like Maxine at this point. What they're doing with Maxine, with Natty, man. I
love the vignettes that they did with her.
Oh, yeah. Again. I'm like, Yeah, girl.
I've been in that spot.
Yeah, girl.
I've had 150-mile-an-hour ground balls hit at me and bounce off my shins, my chest, shoulders, elbows, and you miss it, and again, here comes another one.
They need that with Kalani Jordan. If anything, what Natty needs to do, when I saw that vignette, I believe Natty needs a stable and bring it to the dungeon. Say, Natty is carrying on for the dungeon for the ladies.
Yeah.
Stu Hart did it for so many talent. Natty should say, hey, you're coming now out of the Hart dungeon and then recruit. Kalani Jordan being one of them. Get your girls who, they need some seasoning. Ivy now is pretty much already there, but Ivy would bring a seasoning that's more badass to it, so to speak.
Yeah.
I put Ivy in there. Tough girl, break off doggone Raquel from Judgment Day, even though I like her there. But
I don't think so. I think
tough.
Raquel's good where she's at.
I love her in Judgment Day, but I would love her as that tough enforcer, kind of like Marina Shafir is doing at AEW.
Yeah, but that's not her though.
No, you're right. You're right.
I think the character that they've got her in right now, Big Mommy Cool or whatever they call her, I think it's perfect.
Love Big Mommy Cool. I could see Natty bringing those girls up. Kalani Jordan, she needs that, man. She
needs something.
She needs to get the brakes beat off of her and then resurrect her and then bring Natty out as the manager. Now she's got a stable and Kalani Jordan don't even touch the mic.
That's another thing.
You can't go nowhere near it.
Get that girl off the mic.
Natty's good. She's good on the mic. Natty can get the girl over. So hopefully WWE y'all listen, because every now and then I know y'all be listening, and these ideas pop up on screen. You ain't fooling nobody. We're gonna start coming for copyright infringement pretty soon, so y'all be careful.
Speaking of NXT,
yeah,
I saw something today that I want to kind of throw out there in the ether and see how you feel about it. Uh-oh.
What's really good?
I don't know. The video froze.
Did it hit us?
No, it's going. It's just the video froze.
I can chop that out. Yeah, it's almost be good.
I mean, it still says it's recording.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to hit. I guess we'll let it go. See what it does.
For sure.
Apparently, there is a little inter-office affair going on now. Not affair. That's the wrong word. Relationship. Between a manager and talent.
You talking about Ava?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah.
Now this is shoot, or is it the work?
Oh no, this is shoot.
Oh shoot. Whoa. Wait a second.
Yeah. I think I sent you the video of it.
Nah. I didn't see that video.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure I did not see that video, because I'd have been like, whoa.
So she is dating one of the girls who was on LFG.
Not Bayley.
No.
Danny.
Nope.
Not Danny. My girl, Xena.
Nope.
Annabelle Xena. Because Jen Town got fired.
It's the little Australian girl.
You know what? I hadn't kept up since the first season.
She was in the first season.
The first season.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I'll be doggone. It was Pua. What was the girl's name? Was that Pua? Not her. Thinking of all the roster. Only little
Tatiana.
Girl. Tatiana.
Yeah, this one right here. Yeah, this girl.
Yeah, love the accent.
Apparently Ava does too.
I'm a huge fan of the accent. That's right. I'll be doggone.
Apparently Ava does too.
I will be. Hey, she got great taste.
Are you okay with a general manager dating the talent?
Now, that brings up a whole different point. Because you and I both know, for all the flack that we gave Vinnie Mac, for all the flack that Triple H has got, unwarranted. Shawn Michaels, unwarranted. It's speculated. Now, it's silly. It's IWC goofiness. But they're thinking, oh, because she's got, nice assets. That's unsubstantiated. But Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Vinnie Mac, I mean, you name it, Bruce Pritchard, you name all the names. People have either been accused or found that they really did something. If it were male-female dynamic, we'd have a whole different story. Let's just call it what it is. If it was Shawn Michaels, regardless of extramarital affair, just the relationship period. If it was Shawn Michaels, we'd have a whole different outlook. Even my first reaction, right here, oh yeah, cool, Ava. Because that's normally where we go when we hear about females doing that. I'm sure you've been there, K-Dawg. You and not look at
feels like you're rubbing it in our faces and in the talent's faces. Because anything that could happen, man, could perpetuate something of an inappropriate or unfair relationship. Yeah. Well, I'm surprised, man. But it must be a different day and age.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel about it, other than the fact that, like you said, if it were one of the male talent managers or executives, all hell would break loose.
Yo.
But is it okay because it is The Rock's daughter? Is everyone turning their eye because it is her? Because it's Ava?
What are you gonna say? What are you? As a matter of fact, it's not even what you're gonna say. What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
really. Because you being the one, you might be the one to be first to run up and get executed. You run out there.
First one through the wall always gets the bloodiest.
Oh, exactly. You want to take a stand.
Shout out Glory.
Yeah, for real. Take a stand if you want to. See what happens. And that's the sad part. That's unfortunately the wrestling landscape. But we'll see, man. I'm curious to see what develops out of this. Or if maybe she's gonna exit the business.
Tatiana or Ava?
Tatiana.
Could be, because she caught a lot of, the very last episode, they were like, wow, you've improved. Mm-hmm. And then, but see, now looking back, are they saying that because she's dating Ava?
Whoa. See, and already now we have to speculate.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem that I see is, like, now, is anything Tatiana does, is it her, or is she getting where she's getting because of her ability, or because she's sleeping with Ava?
Oh. And when you muddy the waters like that, maybe we won't know.
Yeah, you can never come back from that.
Maybe we won't know. Stephanie's never gotten over that. As much as Stephanie has done for the business, and Stephanie McMahon is a consummate heel. She's incredible.
Yeah.
But she'll never, I don't care what you do, never get past
Macho Man?
Well, oh gosh, yeah, that's a whole other urban legend, right? But that's practically substantiated. But then with Triple H, Triple H, vice versa, he'll never get over you only got ahead because you were with the boss's daughter. Even Will Ospreay pulled that one out.
Yeah.
So what do you do with that? Do you create a scenario where you're always under fire? But hey, who knows? Maybe they're in love and it's worth it. But it's a very, very, very slippery slope, man. Speaking of women in relationships, the timeless love bombs, Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa, advanced in the women's tag team championship tournament in AEW. They will go on to face the Babes of Wrath, Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron. And bro, these two tag teams, these ladies tag teams, AEW is killing it. They made me actually interested in women's tag team wrestling. That's saying something.
I will say this. In my eyes, Willow Nightingale can do no wrong. I love that little girl.
Willow Nightingale,
and I say little because I'm a bigger guy, but she can just, I don't know, she can do no wrong for me.
Willow Nightingale is no joke. Now you might have to eat your Wheaties.
Hey, I will climb that mountain.
Yo, there's a lot of brothers that feel that way right now.
Stake my claim.
A lot of brothers.
You heard it here first on Heavyweight Commentary.
I don't know if you've seen the recent photo she posted. I guess she was wearing a cami top or whatever. And so many dudes was, commenting this and that and the third. She's like, you act like y'all ain't never seen titties before.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I say she could do no wrong, because she plays into it.
Oh, yeah.
She knows that she's good looking. And listen, when you are a bigger guy, and I'm 6'2", 390 pounds, I'm a big guy. When you're a big guy, you don't want no little skinny beanpole woman.
Nah.
You want a woman that'll keep you warm in the winter and give you a little shade in the summer.
Hey, yo.
Got a little cushion for you to grab a hold on to. A little more loving.
Oh, yeah.
And listen, I'm not body shaming in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I'm praising, because I like a girl that is voluptuous.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And she is voluptuous.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. And she can throw down.
And she can fight.
She can throw down.
She can fight.
Her and Harley Cameron killing it. Tony Storm, Emi Shirakawa. Great match against Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir. They had, like, I forget what they called it. Some kind of crazy Christmas-inspired street fight. It was the craziest thing ever. But shout out to them, man. AEW doing it big, setting it up, man. They're doing an incredible job of making these women, this women's tag team tournament, mean something. I'm excited to crown the new champs, and hopefully they can keep that division really going, man. Because that's something it can change the game. Looking at AEW's women versus WWE's women.
Well, settle down.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a talent disparage there.
I would agree.
I think the difference is some are allowed to do things that others aren't.
I would agree with you. It's not talent. I think it's expression. It's just expression.
Again.
Yeah.
They're allowed to express. WWE, they have to fit into a certain type of character.
To your point, I agree with you.
They are limited in what they can do, what they can say. I mean, how famous was the Mickie James thing?
Yeah.
With Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
And everyone that watched it thought it was great.
Yeah.
And the people in the back were not very happy about it.
Yeah.
And that was during the Attitude Era.
John Cena made a great point, and I think it applies to exactly what you just said. And this is a while back, but John Cena said, man, I just want to see young talent take the brass ring. I just want to see somebody go out and do something that might get you fired. And I think that's really more appropriate in this era than it ever has been. Because you got guys and girls who, for all intents and purposes, a lot of them are 2 steps from getting fired. Yeah. A lot of them, it could be tomorrow, or it could be another Black Tuesday where they just say, you know what, we're cutting 20 of y'all. So why not?
Yeah.
Just why not do something crazy?
Well, and this goes along in the professional athlete realm.
Yeah.
You work really, really hard to get that big contract.
That's real.
And then once you get that big contract, you don't got to work as hard.
That's fair.
Some people do that.
Yeah.
There are a lot of your big talent, because you got to remember, people don't realize how much they sacrifice to get to that point.
Yeah.
They sacrifice holidays. They sacrifice relationships. They sacrifice personal things, time, effort, energy, destruction of their body to get to that level, to get to that point. And when some of them, when they get to that level and get to that point, they relax.
Dang.
You can see it, a lot of them in the body.
Ooh.
You can see it in the way that they perform. And it just shows that, just because you made it doesn't mean that you belong there.
Hey, say it one more time for the people in the back.
Just because you made it doesn't mean you belong there.
Hey, you know what, man? You know what? I think, that's got to be like the quote for 2025.
There's a lot of people that make it to a certain level that don't belong there because their heart's not in it. And you see it with the effort that they provide. You see their matches do not get better. Dang. Their mic skills do not get better.
Dang.
Their gear does not get better. Their overall presentation does not get better. They just get to that certain level.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, I've made it. And now they just stay at that level. That level is okay for them. They do enough to stay at that level.
Wow.
When it should be, okay, I've made it to here. Now that's my ground floor. That's not my ceiling.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of people would say, okay, I made it. I'm not a superstar. So this is where I'm going to be. So they just keep doing what they were doing. Instead of, like Bayley said, sitting there watching and listening what's going on. How can I learn to be better from watching these people who have been here longer than me and who are better?
Facts.
What can I do to be better?
Facts.
And that's where we're at. We have a lot of people on this roster, especially on WWE and NXT, who they get to this level and they're okay with it.
Sure.
Now, I don't have a problem with the person who gets to this level and that is their peak level.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But when you get to that level and you don't progress and you see that they have the potential to move the needle and they don't move the needle, that's, I think, what John Cena was talking about.
Sure.
He's waiting for that person to step outside and prove that they belong where they are.
Sure.
And not like they deserve to be there.
100%.
It's two totally different things. Whether you belong there or whether you deserve to be there.
Now, with that being said,
or entitled to be there.
No doubt. With that being said, Jey Uso expressed some kind of sentiment on Raw that, maybe I don't deserve to be here. What are we seeing out of Jey Uso? I mean, because it kind of
we're seeing them listening to the crowd.
Ooh. Ouch.
Combo breaker.
Dang.
Did you watch the match with him and LA Knight?
I did. 100%.
What happened in the exchanges with LA Knight? With the yay boos.
Ooh. That's fair. Well, and I think the challenge is you got Jey Uso, who arguably, of course, the Yeet movement is hot.
I don't think it is hot anymore.
LA Knight, though, the movement versus Yeet. I got
Well, I think you do because you've seen the Yeet movement already.
Yeah.
And the Yeet movement didn't do what everybody wanted it to do. So, again, here's the thing. Nothing against Jey Uso. I'm not saying that this is him. Jey Uso was really hot. They decided to give him the shot that they didn't give LA Knight, or they haven't given LA Knight yet.
Yeah.
And what happened? It didn't go over as well as everybody thought it was. The most unliked video on the WWE YouTube channel this year was Jey Uso winning. I think it was the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I'm with you. I
think it had like 5,000 or 6,000 likes and like 35 or 40,000 dislikes.
Sheesh. But Big K-Dawg, I wonder this. I take a look at guys like Crime Time. Let's see, the Hurt Business.
Mm-hmm.
The New Day. Maybe I wouldn't lump them into this, but okay. I think more or less street level, hip hop inspired urban gimmicks, I don't think have longevity. And this is coming from somebody who is, both of us, hip hop fans, right? From way back in the day.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a country music fan. For sure.
From way back in the day. I'm down with the culture. We down with the culture. Having said that, I don't know that it has longevity in wrestling because
it doesn't have longevity in life.
Bro, there you go. There exactly.
No offense,
exactly.
But hip hop culture does not have longevity for success in life.
Bro, hands down, because you have a culture that's always shifting. What's hot today is not tomorrow.
Correct. But it's only limited access for a few.
Exactly.
The majority of the people who are trying to be in that culture cannot succeed at the level of success that they want to be in because of that culture.
There you go. Exactly. I'm with you.
And you said this about Jada Parker.
Yeah.
Is how marketable is that hip hop hood image?
Mm-hmm.
And is it hurting her or not?
Yeah.
Now the fans love her.
Yeah. Miss Parker.
Yeah. The fans love her. But why is she not progressing or not getting the push that some of the other girls are?
Think about Bianca Belair.
Well, Bianca got the rocket ship.
Don't get me wrong. She's on the cereal boxes, the commercials, this, to that. And maybe that's where they want to shift her. But think with her, Titus O'Neil, New Day, you think of where they want Jey Uso. Where do they want to box them in? They want to say, hey, listen, you are great promo machines. And I don't mean promo in the ring. I mean promotional material.
Yeah.
Traveling, what have you. You're great brand ambassadors. Because having done a little bit of rapping myself, not any major level of success.
I've done a lot of rapping.
You know, but a little bit of rapping
every year at Christmas. I rap presents.
I have been asked. Well, at one point in time, I did a car commercial. You know, hey man, times is hard. But I have been asked, hey, can you rap? Can you do this? Can you do that? And it's always the same thing. Can you be the guy to get the party hot? Can you be the guy to make everybody excited? Unfortunately, you get typecast. And I'm concerned that Jey Uso playing this thing out. Hey, y'all run that back. That's what that is. It's no different from we used to do that in the 80s.
Yeah.
Hey, turn that back on, DJ. Yo, down sis. Day one. Hey, throw your hands up in it. You know, it can get played out. So it's sad.
Here's the thing. And you can come at me if you want. You got to know your audience.
Yeah.
You got to know who you're promoting to.
Yeah.
If you look in the crowd.
Yeah.
There's a majority in the crowd.
Yeah.
Look at the crowd. Know your audience.
Well, that's the thing.
And you're in a corporation, a publicly traded company. There's only so many places that they can put you to market you.
That's facts. That's
Cricket
facts.
Wireless.
Yeah, there you go. Come on, but it's real talk though. It's real talk.
Snap it to a Slim Jim.
It's real talk because who's going to purchase that product? Who is more likely to purchase that product?
They're not going to put you in the investment commercials.
Wheatley.
Yeah,
you can't.
They're not putting you in the All-American vodka commercials.
Mm-mm. That you make a great point, and I'm not going to dispute that.
Come at me in the comments if you want, but I'm just saying, and it ain't you. This is my best friend.
It's not racial because I think probably I haven't seen the demographics, but I would say this. I bet, and I will put money on this. Little white kids are probably the number one purchasers of yeet. Yeah, I believe that to my core. I'll go look it up and bet. There's no doubt. Little white kids, yeet all day long. But you're talking about kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get into the adult demographic, unless you're of that culture and you want to rock with that, cool. It is what it is. It is what it is. There's just some things in wrestling that are going to be more marketable than others. We talked about Dom Mysterio before. I believe what Dom Mysterio and the Judgment Day are doing is more translatable because it's a broader expression of the street culture and it's not more niche down like Jey Uso is doing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you get too granular or you get too finite or you get to your for those lay folks like myself,
Mhm.
when you don't want to pigeonhole yourself into a spot where you're known as the one trick pony.
Yeah.
And that's all you got.
Yeah.
All he's got is his entrance and yeet.
Yeah.
And the internet wrestling community has said it for a long time. And like I said, I think WWE is finally starting to listen to some of the fans, because the only time that they cheer for him is when he's walking out doing his entrance.
Look what Roman did. Roman came out talking. When he opened his mouth, I said, that boy from Pensacola, Florida.
Yeah.
Before,
Yeah.
he was, I'm the big dog. This is my yard. He had that drawl.
Yeah.
He had to enunciate. He had to slow down. He had to start using those pregnant pauses and communicating on a different level where you leaned in. Hey, what's Roman talking about?
Well, yeah, he stopped being loud and he started talking.
Exactly.
You know who the master of that was?
Who that?
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Go back and watch Jake the Snake Roberts promos, and he never yelled.
Never.
He talked to you like this.
Never.
Son, I'm going to come out to the ring,
Mm.
and I'm going to fold you like a pretzel.
Mm.
And then I'm going to drape Damien all across you, and I'm going to count to 1, 2, 3. And there's nothing that you can do about it.
Y'all take notes. What just happened? You leaned in and listened, didn't you? You leaned in to pay attention that much more. That brings us to the promo of the week. Bron Breakker, according to WWE on their YouTube channel, they posted the title, Bron Breakker verbally destroys CM Punk. We talked about this offline, Big K-Dawg. We got to talk about it for the people.
Sure.
Let's break down that Bron Breakker promo, shall we?
Well, again, and this was my point to you offline.
Yeah.
If you're comparing his very first promo to a promo from somebody who's been in the business, who's known for promos for 20 years, it's not fair.
100%.
Because when you look back, the first thing that John Cena said was, ruthless aggression. There was no doctor of thugonomics.
None of that.
He was almost fired from the company because he was boring. It wasn't until he came up with the doctor of thugonomics character that he actually grew into the superstar that we know today.
Shout out to Stephanie for discovering that.
Yeah. Think about CM Punk. When CM Punk first came in, he didn't talk much.
Oh, no.
He got famous when he was going to leave and he cut the pipe bomb. His promos before that weren't like anything to write home about.
No.
They were good, but it wasn't on the level. And I think that he gets put on a level now because of the pipe bomb.
100%.
I think if you look at, now there's spots where like him and Seth were going back and forth. He cooked Seth a little bit.
Yeah.
Seth came back and cooked him too.
Yeah.
So I just think like to compare a guy whose first promo, which when you look at first promos, that was pretty freaking good.
Good. It was good.
When you compare it to a seasoned veteran, that's not fair. Again, it's like we talked about earlier. If you judge him on his ability starting off as if he should be a seasoned veteran, you're constantly going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
But the kid's young.
Yeah.
He's in his early 20s.
Wow.
Give him a shot.
Wow.
Let him grow.
No doubt.
In that sense, he did destroy him. And if you think about it, he really kind of did.
He cooked. I'm not going to say he didn't cook.
Again, was it a John Cena 5-star promo? No. Was it a Rock promo? No. Was it a Paul Heyman promo? No. But it's not supposed to be.
Sure.
It's not supposed to be. He's not supposed to be super eloquent with the words.
Sure.
He's badass Bron Breakker.
100%.
He's supposed to be rough and gruff and terse with his words. He's not supposed to be, well, let me tell you something, Mr. Jimison.
Yeah.
I certainly am going to dismantle the armor that you have placed upon yourself.
Oh, wow.
When we enter the ring, I am going to systematically destroy you piece by piece, and there is nothing that you're going to do about it.
Yeah.
That's not what you want from that guy.
Sure.
You want I'm going to whip your ass.
Oh, yeah.
You want that guy.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we got. So to me,
yeah,
I don't think they were that far off.
You know what it was? And I realized, and I appreciate, the conversation that we had, because it helped me to really process, just because sometimes I'll watch something on wrestling and I'm like, I don't necessarily have even the words. I just feel a way.
Yeah.
And the way I felt about it, I realized I didn't like WWE basically pulling Bron Breakker out there in the little red wagon, setting him up in the ring and saying, hey guys, this is the guy. I think what it was automatically I had this icky feeling of early Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that feeling because it was like, hey guys, Bron Breakker's going to cut a promo. This is the promo. This is the guy. And he's going to tell you all about why he's the guy. And now we're taking the training wheels off and he's the one. This is him. And you're like, WWE, I get it. But you know what? Just
let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook.
Let the man cook.
Yeah. Again,
because he cooked.
I thought he did great. For a first promo, I thought it was great. Compare Roman Reigns' earlier promos talking about succotash and, we're not getting that.
Calling Seth Rollins the N-word. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm the big dog. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a good guy. I'm the guy.
That Pensacola drawl, man. I'm sorry, Roman. We gave it to you honest.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, again, Eye Patch Wolf, the Roman Reigns movie he has on his channel, it is about an hour and a half long, but it's well worth the watch.
100%.
Well worth the watch, because you will understand and exactly why I, to this day, am not a Roman Reigns fan.
I'll never.
And I've said it on the channel many times, and I'm still not. I think he's okay. I think his character is 1,000 times better than it was.
Yes.
But it was so bad in the beginning.
Yes.
It was so forced and so like you said, hey, this is the guy, that it made me like, I don't care what happens to this guy. I'm never going to cheer for him.
Exactly.
But I don't think they're at that point yet with Bron Breakker.
Not even close.
The difference, too, is the fans like Bron Breakker.
Yeah.
And the difference, too, between Roman and Bron Breakker can wrestle. When Roman was, quote-unquote, the guy, he was not good at wrestling.
Braun can hold his own, and that's what I want to see.
The 23-mile-an-hour spear, those kind of things.
Yeah.
And the ode to Kurt Angle when he's got the straps down and he puts them up and then takes them back off again to show that he's pissed off and ready to go. That's great.
Yeah.
We didn't have that stuff from Roman.
You're not lying.
We had the or the ooh ah, and it's like, dude, you do like 5 things. Bron Breakker runs up the ropes, salutes the crowd, and never grabs the ropes or anything, and does a Frankensteiner off the top rope.
That Frankensteiner has so much momentum. You think Scott Steiner used to climb up, take his time, jump, and it was still impressive. But this is off of a run.
Yeah.
Dude's phenomenal. And that's why I don't want them to make him a part of the machine. I love seeing somebody.
Let him marinate.
That's it. I just want to see him do his thing. Kyle Fletcher, I'm standing on business. My favorite new talent or young talent today, the proto star. Like we talked about last week, The promo where he shaved his head and cut that promo looking into the camera in the middle of the ring, that was his Genesis moment. And I felt like WWE kind of robbed Bron Breakker of this kind of Genesis moment, this origin story, so to speak, where we're like, dude, don't mess it up.
Yeah.
Just let him show who he is. And that's why the crowd's behind him now.
Yeah. Let
him be. So, but nevertheless, the machine is going to be the machine. I might be hoping too much.
Well, I think you're at a good point, and that is, he is a great young talent.
Yeah.
The key word in that sentence is young. He's still got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
I think for where he's at, he's far and above anybody that's been in the business before him.
That's real, though.
Maybe Randy Orton was on his level, but I think the difference between him and Randy Orton is Randy Orton was given a lot more than him.
Whoa.
Because of who Randy Orton is.
Oh, sure.
Third generation.
Sure. I mean, he had Triple H, Ric Flair. He had everybody behind him.
Bron Breakker's got a lot behind him, too.
Yeah.
But I think the difference is you go from a beloved family in wrestling to one that's kind of not so loved. At least in WWE.
That's a great point.
That's
a great point.
You have a NFL star versus a Marine. Not saying that Marines aren't athletic, but I'm saying you got a guy that literally plays a sport for a living and transitions into wrestling, which is his family business, from a guy who was fighting a war that transitions into wrestling.
Now,
little different dynamic.
I'm curious because did Randy Orton serve to that extent?
I don't know. I'm just saying he's a soldier versus a football player.
I got you.
Different. Not saying one's better athletically than the other. Y'all chill out in the comments. I'm just saying one is more apt to adapt easier than the other.
You go to Marine Corps boot camp.
You go to Marine Corps boot camp. I was in Paris out in 1976. Boy, I'll slap the taste buds out your mouth. Pump the brakes there, Uncle Jarhead. But I think that's a good point to end the show on.
No doubt, y'all. You know what it is, guys. Keep following, keep commenting, keep liking, keep subscribing. We appreciate you guys. We have seen a record number of subscribers within the past 30 days. As we started to jump on YouTube, y'all have really rocked with us. Jump on this content right here. I know y'all are rocking with the shorts. Show some love to all of our content. Please help us out in that regard. Follow us on Spotify. Everywhere you're on social media, we're going to be there. But help us grow on this channel. Show us crazy love. And with that, we're going to say love, peace, and chicken grease. Stay heavy, baby.
Stay heavy.